is Beau, and I'm a DJ, producer out of Tennessee in the United States of America. Music started out at an early age for me. I began listening to my grandmother play organ, and her sister would sing together all throughout the night, so we'd stay up many hours and just listen to them sing, and it was amazing hearing two sisters sing. And I remember I would crawl up under the organ and push the bass pedals, and just really powerful sound at a young age. And my brother bought me my first guitar when I was 9 years old, and I started making up songs and recording from one tape deck to another tape deck, and that was my first overdubbing experience. Then I remember probably whenever I was 12 years old, I went to the music store, and that was a game changer. I went to the DJ room, and I had every light in the room going, which they weren't on whenever I got there. So I made sure they were all on first. And then I basically utilized all the gear I could. I had a synthesizer running, I had a drum machine going, I had, two turntables, one playing hip-hop, one playing a trance beat or something, and I kind of had them all linked up together. And I remember a couple guys walked in the room and they were like, "Holy moly, you've got all this stuff going at the same time." So right then and there I kind of knew I wanted to be a DJ and mix music and produce. The desire I have for music is honestly to spread love and to bring joy to all the humans that, may not get appreciated enough in life. And I know there's got to be a few out there. I've definitely felt that way sometimes, and I just know I would love to donate to charities and to really bring some joy into people's life that don't ever really get that. So third world countries and families that can't afford it. Honestly, I would rather touch them than people with a lot of money. So that's a little snippet of my beginnings and my endeavors with music. So inspiration comes in nature. I love going on hikes, and that really pumps me up to create music after a good hike, or spending some time with a friend and having a good conversation. I can really dive into music pretty easily after something like that. And also, I love fragrances, so a lot of times anytime I'm producing, I use these essential oils. I've got a diffuser here. It's got a fun light on it. And don't forget negative ions. You gotta balance those negative ions with your Himalayan salt rock. It's really important to have a good energy in your studio and your workspace so you can be as creative as possible. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of gear. I've got quite a bit of gear. It's not all out. It's mostly stored because I've got so much. But here we go. I've got the TB3 bassline, the TR8, which is really fun. This is my recording interface rack that I've built custom. So there's all my ins and outs, interface, external hard drive, D-to-A converters, which are kind of hard to see. Speakers are powered by QSC, a little vintage power amp. Built this speaker. It's a 12-inch mixer here. To my speakers, which are also custom vintage JBL speakers. I built those. I'm a big fan of Outboard Gear, so here's the Outboard rack, Rupert Neve. Lots of fun stuff in here. My buddy actually built this. Had to buy a pair of those just to represent him, and all the rest is Rupert Neve through here. We've got preamp, EQ, inductor EQ, and compression. And this is also really good compression for vocals or some nice kick and snare. I love the DBX 560A. This is all my outboard gear, which is a big part of how I produce, and now I'm going to show you my DJ setup. So I just got this. This is new to me, but I'm really enjoying it. Love the screen, and it does a lot, so a little bit of a learning curve right now. But I've mapped these X1s, and I'm really comfortable with them. They're definitely mapped how I like them. And then I've been using this as my mixer. I used to use an Outboard Allen & Heath mixer, but it's just a little more convenient to use this in my setup. So it's an APC 40, and I've got it all mapped, you know, bass, mid, treble, low pass filter. Okay, so this is a new production I'm working on. It's use Ableton Live, and it's basic procedure I use is start off with a kick. I think every DJ does that, so find a kick that I like and I kind of build everything off of that. Pick a key that you want to be in and you're off and rolling. I really like to look at a picture and kind of get a feeling of what kind of energy I'm going on based on a picture, basically, and then you can make up a title and kind of just theme everything off of a visual aspect. That's how I work. So give you a little snippet of this, and so I have to thank Beatport. I get a lot of sample packs off of Beatport, and so there's a little snippet. And I'll show you hardware wise. I like the Silent synthesizer, which I usually will record to a channel the synth that I'm using so that you're not using so much CPU. Okay, so the Silent, I'm sure you are probably familiar with, but just updated it so it's got some nice skins that you can change through. But yeah, here's a and I got this Q Nexus keypad. It's very convenient if you're on the road and traveling to take this Q Nexus with you. Just got it, so I'm really enjoying it. I'd like to thank Yusuf. I'd like to thank Circus and Beatport and Mixcloud and everyone involved in this to bring this together. This is really neat. So I wish you all the best of luck, and thank you for doing that.